Welcome to the Rip 28 podcast. This is the Rip 28 podcast. It's a podcast where a few friends get together and they talk about a few things. Now, some of those things you might like, some of those things you might not like, but we're going to keep on talking about them on the Rip 28 podcast. I am your host, Slider Sports Guy, joined by some of my real good friends. What's going on, Mr. President?
What's up, everybody? All three of us. See Naz in the building. Let's get it.
El Presidente in the building, and you got your favorite coach. You got your favorite coach's favorite coach. What's going on, LBZ?
What it do, family podcast world, is BZ the Great, the educator's educator, aka your favorite coach. Let's get it.
Man, there's a lot going on in the world, man. We ain't gonna waste no time, man. We just gonna jump straight into this thing. We want to find out what's wrong with Naomi. I'm trying to spell it out right now. We're going to go live real quick. What's wrong with Naomi, man? We want to start off with Naomi. Man, how do you pronounce her last name? Osaka. Naomi Osaka, man. She was playing, I'm trying to pull it up. She was playing in Indian Wells. I think that's the name of it, man. Let me know if I'm right. Here we go. Yeah, she was playing in Indian Wells. And somebody in the crowd, she was down 0-6. She lost the first set 0-6. And then somebody in the crowd yelled out, "You suck." They yelled out, "You suck." And then when the person yelled out, "You suck," a couple of the other fans around her kind of chastised the dude for yelling out, "You suck." But old girl had a breakdown. She had a breakdown. She wanted to stop the match right then and there and try to get on the microphone and talk to the people in the crowd. But the umpire wouldn't let her talk. And then she goes in and she loses the last match. She uses the last set and boom, then they let her talk to her. And then she talks about her mental health. That's her thing. Talk about her mental health, people talking about her. And then she had the nerve to compare herself to Serena and Venus Williams when they were getting booed and they were getting chastised at Indian Wells. And here's the thing about Serena and Venus. When it happened to Serena and Venus, they what ended up happening, Serena was supposed to play Venus in the final, and then Serena got hurt. She pulled out because of an injury. And then that's when all the the naysayers, the booers, and all that start coming out and start talking about her. And then she pulled out, and Serena didn't play Indian Wells for like 15 years. They went about 15 years and ain't play. And now Naomi wanted to compare her situation to Serena and Venus. And I think that's completely different. Completely different, man. I'm now, me personally, I'm speaking for me. I ain't speaking for y'all. Speaking for me. I'm all for mental health and you feeling good and getting your mentals right. But sometimes you just got to toughen up, man. Sometimes you just got to toughen up, man.
Yeah. It's crazy. It's like you've been playing your whole life. You always got people in the stands going to be saying stuff. They cheering for their team. They ain't necessarily your fan. Mm-hmm. You got to deal with that. You should draw something out of that. I know when we had a hostile crowd, that got me hyped up. She want to break down. I mean, if you don't want to be on that big stage, don't be on the big stage. You can't tell everybody else what to do.
Man, it's like this. And I know I may get some flack for this, but this day and age, athletes and the young people, they're just mentally fragile. Let's just say what it is. I know we all, go through some mental health issues. And like so I say, we want to get our mentals right. But I mean, sports is not an easy thing. Nobody's going to come in there and clap for you when you're the opposition. Nobody's going to make you feel warm and fuzzy when you come in their gym or their football field. That's their job, is to make it as hostile
Mm-hmm.
and as aggravating as possible. That's their job. Your job is to fight through that. And I compare that to that Ben Simmons thing. It was good when he was the #1 pick. He was running around and dating the Jenner girl or whoever he was dating. But then when things got tough and everybody was critical of him, all of a sudden he had mental health issues. How many times can we hide behind mental health issues when things are not going right?
And that's the thing that tripped me out right here, man. You know, like you say, when you winning and everything good, you know, oh yeah, you know, you don't have no problems. But when you get out here and lose, now you having some mental toughness. And then here's the thing. I could see if she had like the whole crowd against her, just talking trash about her. Well, I can't even see that. But I throw a little bit of bail if she had everybody talking crap about her. But it was one person. One person came out the stands and said, "You suck." One person.
Mhm.
And if all it takes is one person to knock you off of your game, you might need to step away, man. You might need to step away. I think she just need to step away.
Sports ain't easy, man.
She need to
It
she
ain't
need to bring
easy.
that she need to bring that dude off a water boy to all her games or whatever. Say you can do it. Every time somebody say he suck, he have him repeat.
Man, listen, bro. It's gonna be hard. Life is hard. Life is hard. And people, as a teacher, kids curse me out every day. And I'm the educator's educator. And they cuss me out every day. I ain't gonna go home and cry and say, "Oh, I can't teach anymore." Little Sylvester told me I'm the worst teacher ever.
That ain't hard. That ain't hard to do though. You kind of easy to cuss out.
Hey man, hey, you need to grow up. Grow up.
I'm just
Grow up.
saying.
But nah, but look, I mean, how easy do we want to make sports now? How easy do we want to make it?
Should have made it easy when we was playing. Maybe we'd have went a little farther.
But
Yeah, Abbeville D tackle wasn't telling Sly good play when he missed his block. And all right, Sly, they would say, "You suck, Sylvester, you suck."
bro, hey, this my thing, man. The world is too soft nowadays, and nobody wanna admit it. Nobody wanna say it. But man, kids are soft nowadays, man. And you know, maybe that's a good thing, maybe that's a bad thing. You don't want everybody don't need to be super tough, but you got to have some type of testicular fortitude, man. You got to have just a little bit every now and then. And the thing is, here's the thing: if I'm her opponent, if I'm going against her, and you know, this big money, man, this big money, this tennis, man, you know what I'm saying? They make big money, they win these things. If I'm her opponent, I got somebody in the stands, and their only job is to talk shit to her. You know what I'm saying? That's their only job is to talk shit. Because here's the thing: I know if you sit up here and somebody else talk shit to her in the stands, she gonna get out of the game and she gonna lose. Well, that's all I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get somebody up in the stands talking trash to get her out their game, so I can go ahead and make some money, man.
Every
Maybe I'm
time.
too mean. Maybe I'm too mean. Somebody out there in the audience, let me know if I'm too mean.
No, you
It
know
ain't too.
that's
Hey
definitely what you
man,
do.
hey,
I mean, that's just what everybody do. I mean, when you say, "Hey, I want all my fans in the crowd. We want a full house today," you know what I'm saying? Because y'all give us energy. What they really saying is y'all get the other team shit.
hey man. All I know is you don't have to be physically tough and go fight and beat people up and be violent, but you got to be mentally tough on an everyday basis. Whether you a tennis player, football player, how much mental toughness do you think it take to be a parent? You know what I'm saying? You want to talk about mental toughness, man? These kids test you every day, but you just gotta. I don't know, man. I just don't want to say that nobody has mental health issues or mental health problems, but they do. But we can't hide behind that when things start going wrong.
I will say this: they are mentally tough in some ways. I mean, you got to be mentally tough to make it to the level that they made it. You know, there's a lot of hard days out there. You don't want to do your workouts, do this and that, but you push through and fight through and work hard. And you mentally tough that way. So I guess you can split it in half. It's two, maybe multiple types of mental toughness, or mental issues, or whatever they call it. But you can't just put it in a box. So I don't understand it, but it ain't for us to understand because we ain't dealing with that, I guess.
But I always thought that your mental health, your mental toughness, man, that's something you got to carry with you. But sometimes
people mentally tough in different situations.
But my thing is though, what bothers me so much about this is it was just one person who made a comment. One person in the stand said you suck. He ain't talking about a race. He ain't talking about a mama. He ain't talking about it. It just said you suck. And if that's what it takes to get you off your game, if that's what it takes to, maybe I hope I'm reading this wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I'm hoping that it was a lot more than that. But from what I gathered,
I heard the audio. I saw the audio. I heard the audio and saw it. All he said, stood up and said was, "Naomi, you suck," and that was the end of it.
No. Man,
that was it. Literally. And like you said, the people around him, started getting on him, and she walked over to the chair umpire and said whatever she said. And then at the end of the match is when she made the whole speech.
So my question is, why was all the people around her, the dude, trying to stop him saying that? Like,
because she was visibly shooken.
You mean after she was shooken, or like right when he said it?
Like it was as soon as he said it. As soon as he said it, they was getting on him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, why would you do that? Like, the fans in the stands boo out. I guess tennis may be different.
Tennis a little bit different. Tennis is supposed to be a civilized, a gentleman's sport or whatever.
It's like golf.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a little bit different. So you're not supposed to. It ain't like having a rowdy affair of fans, but them fans, they get into it. They like who they like. Mm-hmm. And a lot of the times, the fans, especially in those early matchups, they're just there to watch the tennis match. They don't really have. Then it's not like when you had Serena there, people came there to watch Serena. People came there to watch Venus. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if she, I could be wrong, but I know she don't have no fan base like Serena and Venus did. And then a lot of people came to watch them lose, watch Serena and Venus lose,
Mm-hmm.
Man, you want to talk about mental toughness and stuff being said. And imagine the stuff that was said to Serena and Venus.
Oh, God.
They were men. They need to be checked. They were horses. They were animals. Hell, it was hard for them to even get out of Compton without getting beat up. How bad did King Richard get beat up every day?
Yeah, dog.
He kept going. So you can't. It's hard to compare, like you said, one person saying you suck to a whole half of an audience coming to see you lose and hoping your demise happen right before them.
And to me, that's the difference, a lot of times in where you raise, you know what I'm saying? Tennis is a country club sport, you know what I'm saying? It's a country club sport. It's not a hood sport. So you got people who are raised in a sheltered environment, a closed environment, they don't really face that difficult. Now, I don't know anything about this girl's life. I could be talking out the side of my neck. She could be from the hood or wherever she's from.
Nick. You said Nick?
No, I said she could be the hood or wherever she's from.
No, you say
he said you talking out the side of what, Nick?
The side of my man, shut up.
Hey, Chance, it went over.
If he had some Nick, it would have hit him.
But my thing is though, man, if you don't face no adversity coming up like that, man, you don't have anybody talking about you. You're not, how do I expect you to survive when somebody talks about you in front of thousands of people?
No,
good point. But whose fault is it? Is it anybody's fault? Nobody's fault? Somebody's fault?
It's her fault. It's her fault. Her handlers, you know what I'm saying? Her people fault. It's her people fault that she's soft. Basically. Nobody wants to say it because she's a girl. And it just don't sound PC. It don't sound right, but she's soft. And that's what it is, man. That's what it is. And nobody want to say it, but that's what it is. She's soft.
Listen, man.
Ain't it one of these singers that don't want to sing on stage too? Is it Summer something? Summer Walker or something?
I don't
know. Y'all heard about it?
It was she. I think if we talking about the same person, I know it was one chick. She wrote an album, talking about how bad her baby daddy was, how toxic her baby daddy was, or whatever. And now she said she don't feel comfortable singing those songs. They bring up bad memories. But the reason some people say she don't feel comfortable singing them songs is because her baby daddy done disproved everything she was saying about him. You know, she was talking cash money shit about the dude, and then the baby daddy come in and prove, well, nah, it ain't me, it's you. You the problem. So I don't know.
Hey, check this out though. Before we move on, I'm gonna tell you why we were so mentally tough. We were so hard on each other.
Yeah.
We were so hard on each other. Some of the worst criticism and curse outs and beratings came out of your own locker room.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Imagine throwing the ball downfield into a wide open receiver and they drop it. Well, you know, coming to the sideline, not only will I have the jokes, Sly gonna curse you out, JV Hall gonna curse you out, K-Mac everybody wanna curse you out. So we was used to that. When we went to other people's gym and they put up papers while we running out and they cursing us out, talking about the real deal and all that, man, we was used to that because we did that in our own locker room.
Mm-hmm. So it don't bother you, but
we embraced it.
Yeah, we embraced it. Like you said, we felt good when we went to other people's gyms and fields and beat them and disrespected them. Well, and told their fans, you know what I'm saying?
Know what though? Maybe that's an example though of tennis being an individual sport. You see what I'm saying? Maybe you know, because it's an individual sport, she never felt that type of in-house criticism because it's an individual sport. So
and they supposed to hype you up.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So I mean, I get it. I wish her the best, and I don't like to see her like that, but I think she really needs to. She's gonna have to need that, like you said, some fortitude to keep going because everybody ain't gonna like you, baby. That's just what it is.
Yeah, it ain't gonna stop. So
it ain't gonna stop.
Either quit or deal with it.
I think she opened it up more now for people to do it, just because they know if she playing against, say she playing against Courtney or somebody, Chance, and I'm in the stands. You know what I'm gonna say? No, you suck.
Every chance you get.
And that's my thing. That's what I worry. I worry about every time she comes out to an event, every time she comes to a game, a match, they're gonna be somebody in the audience saying, you suck, you know.
You can't kick a fan out of the game for that.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know what? It's so PC, they probably will. They probably will kick the fan out. They probably will. Well, check this, man. Let's take a quick commercial break. We're gonna take a quick commercial break. This is the RIP 28 podcast. The RIP 28 podcast.
Hey, I'm Jay Little, the owner of Forward Counseling and Consulting. We're a consulting and coaching firm who believes in the TLC method: truth, love, and community. Whether coaching corporate clients, individual clients, or engaging in individual counseling and group counseling, we believe that you can be more than what you are today by finding your truth, love, and community. You can reach us at www.forwardcc.net or give us a call at 803-457-5413.
Welcome back to the RIP 28 podcast. This is the RIP 28 podcast. It's a podcast where a few friends get together and talk about a few things. Now, some of those things you might like, some of those things you might not like. But we're going to keep on talking about them on the RIP 28 podcast, man. It's a lot going on in the world. What else happened out there? Something else happened out there. Ryan Coogler, man. What y'all know about Ryan Coogler? Now, this the dude, brother was is a movie director. He directed Fruitville Station. I don't know if you remember Fruitville Station. But his big thing was Black Panther, man. Y'all remember? I know y'all know Black Panther.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But that's Ryan Coogler though, man. He did a bunch of big time movies, man. This dude's a multi-millionaire. But this brother, right here in Atlanta, they was filming Black Panther 2. And so the brother decided to go to Bank of America. He went to Bank of America. They say he entered wearing sunglasses and a COVID-19 mask, and then he tried to withdraw $12,000 from his own savings account. Well, what he did, he filled out the bank slip. He filled out the bank slip, and then on the back of the bank slip, he wrote, "I would like to withdraw $12,000 cash from my checking account. Please do count the money somewhere else. I'd like to be discreet." Once he did that, the teller was a little bit concerned, and they say she's been described as a pregnant Black woman. She told her manager that Coogler was trying to rob the bank, and then the manager called the police. Then the police responded, and the police detained the two people who was waiting. They detained the two people who were waiting for Coogler, then went inside the bank and brought Coogler out in handcuffs. Then they say after a brief investigation, Coogler was released, but he did seem to express frustration at the time. Now, what y'all think about this, man? What y'all think about this?
That's trifling, bro. Hey, first of all, he too big for Bank of America. He need to go get him one of them special banks where you just walk in there. But none of this is his fault for sure. I mean, that's just trifling. Like, it's still today, a Black man going to the bank and you got to be looked at all crazy. And he pretty much explained exactly what he wanted on the thing, on whatever the letter that he put. So, I mean, it's crazy. Like, why would they do that to him, man? That could have been any one of us when you sit back and think about that too. That's the bad part. We would probably have more problems than him being a multi-millionaire.
Yeah. Here go my thing, man. I'm gonna go a little bit different than you, Chance. I'm gonna put on my Republican hat for a second, man. Dude walked into the bank with sunglasses on and a mask, the COVID-19 mask. And then he wrote a note saying, said he wanted to. Not true enough. I mean, now if he handed this lady his ID and he wrote this banking number and all that on the account, I mean on the withdrawal slip, it shouldn't have went that far. It shouldn't have. But here's the thing: it's messed up. As a Black person in America, you got to feel that. In the back of your head, you got to think, bro, what was you expecting? You know what I'm saying? It's messed up that I got to think that way. But, it's like, bro, come on, bro. What was you expecting? It's messed up. I got to think that way, but.
So what should he have done, man?
What he should have done, he shouldn't have went through the line. He should have went to the personal banker. When you're taking out a large sum of money like that, you go to the banker and you don't go through the line. When I deal with money like that, correction, I don't deal with money like that. But when I take out a little bit more than I would normally take out, like that, you deal with the banker. You don't deal with the teller.
Mm-hmm.
I can see it from both sides, man. I can see how it looks strange because, in the times we in now, you just don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Black or white, you don't know. But then from his side, I'm guessing he felt like he should have been recognized. You should know who I am. I'm Ryan Coogler.
But his thing was, I understand you know, I understand why he wrote the note, man. If you going in there, you trying to get 12 G's out the bank. You don't want to, you don't know who in that bank. You know what I'm saying? You don't know if that dude in there getting $25 out the bank might not have he might have a pistol in his car waiting on you to walk outside. And he say, man, this is a perfect opportunity. You know, so his mind, so Ryan Coogler mindset was, hey man, let me write this chick a note and let her be discreet with getting my money out, so I don't have to you know what I'm saying? So I don't have to, you know, worry about somebody hitting me over the head and taking my money.
Well, he wrote his name on it, Ryan Coogler.
And that's my thing.
Why didn't she research it before
That's my thing.
Before I think she should have researched it a little more.
And
then if it was falsified, then you could have went on and proceeded to where you needed to go. But you know, who am I?
I think it's blame to go around on all sides, man. I don't think Ryan Coogler is completely absolved from this. You know what I'm saying? It's different ways he could have went about doing it, but I will say it's fucked up that he has to go about different ways of getting his own money out the bank. You see what I'm saying? It's messed up that in the back of his head that this is an issue, him getting his own money out of the bank. But
I just want to know, did he provide ID?
Yeah, see, that's the thing. If he gave her the ID, if he put his bank card and his ID with that bank slip,
right?
Now we got a whole nother. Now you know what I'm saying.
That's a whole nother issue.
Because if you the bank teller, all the bank teller got to do is say, "Can you please pull down your mask and let me see your face? Let me match your face
with your ID." Yeah,
you know.
Mm-hmm.
And then for security reasons too, I guess she could have said, man, she could have wrote a note back and saying, "Are you safe?" You know, if she was worried about somebody
trying to get them,
so she could have wrote a note saying, "Are you safe? Do you want me to call the police or something?" I don't know. But I guess she thought he was trying to rob the bank. I don't know how bank robbers do. I ain't never robbed the bank before. But I'm pretty sure bank robbers don't ask to get the money out their own account.
I was about to say something, but I ain't gonna even leave that. I'm gonna leave that joke alone.
I do wonder if he did like this all the time. Like, did he always go to the bank and write a note to get his money out, or was this his first time trying that, or what? You know, add a little more to the story. I don't know.
I don't know, but now the one now you got what you got to worry about now though. You got to worry about the IRS coming out of now. Like why you wanna get out $12,000? You know what I'm saying? Why you need that much cash?
I mean, that $12,000 ain't nothing to him. That's $1,200 to us.
Well, check this out though. But every time you make a transaction over $10,000, you got to report it to the IRS. Anytime you make a transaction, you sell something, and anything over $10,000, it has to be reported to the IRS.
I know the bank used to take a couple days to take it out.
Well, no, my thing, what I meant by that though is if you getting $12,000 cash out, you know, are you going to, you know, if I'm an IRS agent, you know what I'm saying, I see somebody get $12,000 cash out, you know, now you want to see where that $12,000 cash went. You know what I'm saying? If you trying to set this man up for an audit or something like that, you know, and this ain't got nothing to do with the bank or nothing. This is the IRS want their money, and now they won't figure out where that money going. You know, they want they cut. You know, the white man always want his cut. So I don't know. I feel bad for the brother, but it's messed up that I understand. It's messed up that I understand, man. That's just a bad thing, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's the bad thing, man. So hey, lesson to everybody, man. If you want to be discreet when you go into the bank, man, go to the banker. Go to the banker, man. Don't go to the teller when you're trying to get that much money out.
Yeah, go sit on the couches and wait for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Everything be all right.
It'll be better for you.
Yeah, be a lot better for you. A
Yeah.
good thing he ain't trying to do it at the drive-thru.
Yeah.
He would try to do it at the drive-thru. He would have a problem for real. So,
He would have got away though.
But you know the funny thing is though, man, they arrested the 2 people outside too, though. People waiting though.
They seen set it off. Nobody set it off.
So they had a team, had a getaway driver and all that.
Yes, sir.
Shit, we getting everybody.
Everybody.
We getting everybody, man. You know, having a team, man. This is having a team worried about stuff, man. Something came across my timeline that I want to talk about, man. I'm trying to find it, man. Somebody asked a question, man. They tried let everybody know, man, how you get in touch with us, man. You talk to us, man. We answer questions. We do all that type of stuff, man. All that, man. We're everywhere, man. All you got to do, you got to email us, man. Email us at rip28podcast, rip28podcast@gmail. Man, we're everywhere. If you want to check us out, we're on Podbay, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, Google Podcasts, Instagram, Twitter. Man, all we ask, man, make sure you hit that like button, that follow button. Make sure you subscribe, man. Make sure you subscribe, because I'm going to be honest, man, if you don't like, follow, or subscribe, your mama probably raised you wrong. That's the only thing I think of. Your mama probably raised you.
It ain't no problem. It is no doubt.
No doubt,
There's
man.
no doubt.
No doubt, man. But somebody hit me up on Facebook, man. They get, people won't give these scenarios. They hit me up on Facebook, man. This Rip28 account. I'm trying to pull it up, man. What you got it pulled up, LeBron? What they said on Facebook?
Yeah, I got it.
What they said on Facebook, man. You can find it if you got it. About the mom.
I just had it pulled up too.
I can't find it. Okay,
I got that right here. I got
it. Go ahead.
All right, here you go. Is it more important for your mom to like your wife, or for your wife's mom to like you? I'm gonna read it one more time. Is it more important for your mom to like your wife, or is it more important for your wife's mom to like you?
I'll go first on that.
Hold on a second. Hold on. Let's pull this thing up right here. Make sure everybody get it. Make sure everybody get it. We're gonna go live one more time, man. We're gonna go live one more time on this one, because this is something serious right here, man. That's a huge question, man. That's a huge question, man. Do it one more time. Now we just went live, man.
All right, here we go. Is it more important for your mom to like your wife, or for your wife's mom to like you?
What you say, Chad?
Realistically, I mean, how it's supposed to be, it really shouldn't be a hard question. Because it doesn't matter whether neither one of them like you, because you and your wife, or your wife and your husband, are in that relationship together, not with the parents. But we all know in real life it ain't that easy. But if I had to say so, I'd say the wife's mom likes the husband, because a lot of times they have, I guess it's according to what kind of relationship they have too. But a lot of times if they going back and forth and they best friend, they talk every day, that's really gonna be a problem with you if she can't stand. If the mama can't stand you, she always gonna be throwing some slick stuff about you, and that can tear a relationship down, I think.
I don't know, man. That's interesting, man. Who is it more important, man? Is it more important? My thing is, I think it's more important for the mother-in-law, and this is why I say this, and it depends on who you are. I think for the man, it's more important for the mother-in-law to like you than it is for the mother to like the wife, because as a man, you should be able to speak up, and you should be able to tell your mom, hey mom, back off. You know what I'm saying? I love you, mama, but this is my wife, you need to back off. Now, that mother-in-law, she's gonna be constantly whispering in your wife's ear. No matter what, she's gonna be talking in your wife's ear. And you don't want that bull. You don't want that to deal with that bullshit. You don't. You don't want to deal with it. So if you get on her good side, you know what I'm saying, you should be on your wife's good side. You know, it should be a lot easier for you. So I think for a man, yeah, you wanna make sure that mother-in-law likes you a little bit more. That would be my guess.
I'm gonna go opposite.
Mm.
I'm gonna go opposite because I don't want. It's hard enough having one bickering woman at you. I don't want two bickering in my ear because it makes it harder on me when my mother don't like my wife. You know what I'm saying? It makes it a lot harder because you ain't gonna be able to please nobody. Because when it comes to Thanksgiving, your mama gonna always want to see you because you baby or you her son, and your wife gonna be like, well, you know, I ain't going over there to your mama house because I know she don't like me. That's hard, man. I can deal with the mom not liking me. I'm used to it. I'm used to it. So, you know what I'm saying? I deal with it. I can get over it. But for a woman, it could be a lot harder for somebody not to like her and trying to come around and seeing how she fit in and thinking people talking about her. I just think it'll be easier for if the women got along, I'm good.
Yeah, you know what? That's a good point, man. I ain't think about it that way, you know. It is a lot easier. You know, I could deal with somebody not liking me. Yeah.
You've been going 43 years strong almost. People not liking you, Sly. So you, like I said, I'm built for it. You don't like me, it's cool, man. I mean, what am I losing?
Ho. I hate to interrupt the broadcast right here, man. Check this out. Breaking news, man. Breaking news on the Rip 28 podcast. A tweet just came out, said, these past 2 months, I realized my place is still on the field and not in the stands. That time will come, but it's not now. I love my teammates and I love my supportive family. They make it all possible. I'm coming back for my 23rd season in Tampa. Unfinished business. Tom Brady came out of retirement, bro.
Don't you ever interrupt this podcast live for no Tom Brady news, man. Everybody, if you had any common sense in my book, you knew darn well that Tom Brady was coming back, man.
Yeah, that came out like 30 minutes ago too.
But it's breaking news.
It's breaking news, bro.
Everybody thought he was coming back, man. It wasn't no surprise,
bro. I thought he was done.
No, I did.
Now I thought he was gonna come back and try to go to another team. I didn't think he was gonna come back to Tampa.
He under contract. He can't come back.
Yeah, he under contract. He ain't going nowhere.
So I knew that. I knew Bruce Arians and then was gonna go whisper in his ear, and Grunt was going. When Grunt got to talking crazy about wanting to play with Joe Burrow, you know what I'm saying?
Bro,
I already knew. I knew.
I wonder if Antonio gonna come back.
No, he's with Ye now, baby. He signed to Kanye. He ain't with all that.
Hey, the reason I knew he wasn't quitting though, nobody even knew who their backup quarterback was. They didn't try to get nobody or nothing. Like who was gonna start? Nobody knew. They'd have been trying to get somebody, Russell Wilson or somebody up in there hard.
I don't know, man. Now that Deshaun Watson got cleared, man, you know that Deshaun Watson sweepstakes gonna be something.
Yeah, he going to the Panthers.
That's what they want.
They say New Orleans then jumped in now. They say they interested in him.
That's the thing. Everybody want him now, man. You know, I ain't gonna lie, man. I wish the Redskins would have got it, bro. I'm sorry, the Commanders.
That's what your other commander homeboy just said. Say he want D. Watson.
That's what I wanted.
You want D. Watson.
I would love to have D. Watson there playing for the Commanders, the Washington Commanders.
Not too bad.
Yeah, too bad that ain't gonna happen, man.
Y'all got Mr. Winston.
Oh, Lord. Oh man.
The one that was falling forward and threw it right into the San Francisco 49ers.
Walking to him wins.
Oh, man.
You gonna make me sad here on a Sunday night, bro.
I hate to do it, my boy.
Have me depressed, man.
No, don't be depressed, man.
Oh well, but we'll figure it out.
So what's the consensus? What's the consensus? Is it more important for your mom to like your wife, or for your mother-in-law to like you? What we got?
I don't know, man. I think yeah, for my mom. And it's a lot of it though depends on, you know, it's easy to just say something, but a lot of it depends on your situation. Because here's the thing. If let's just say if your mom lived 10 hours away and your mother-in-law lived 15 minutes away.
It make a difference.
Yeah.
Make a difference, you know what I'm saying? So
but at the end of the day, mother-in-law is gonna be all in their daughter-in-law's ear most times anyway. That's just what it is.
Yeah, no matter how far away they live, they're gonna be in
no matter how far away.
But you know, you can secretly go in their phone and put that number on do not disturb.
They're gonna find a way.
Oh yeah, they're gonna call up the iPad. They're gonna call off the work phone. They're gonna get to their baby now. You know that. Come hell or high water.
If I had to put it in my situation, I say for my mother to like the wife too, also, because don't nobody dislike me. Everybody love me, so I know if they don't like me at the beginning, they're gonna love me a little sooner or later.
Boy,
I'll trauma their heart.
I done been knowing you for 30 plus years, and I don't like you.
But you love me though.
No. I love you. I love your family. I love your family. Not really you per se, brother. But nah, man. Wow. I just think it's easier when the women get along, man. They can go on their shopping trip, go get their nails done, and bring me some food back.
Yeah. You want the ladies to get along, man. It's a whole lot easier, bro.
It's a lot easier, man.
A whole lot easier, less problems, less issues.
Ain't no doubt.
So, oh well. Well, check this, man. We're gonna take one last commercial break. It's the RIP 28 podcast. We'll see you back about 2 and 2.
Yes, sir.
Welcome back to the RIP 28 podcast. This is a RIP 28 podcast. This is a podcast where a few friends get together and we talk about a few things. Now, some of those things you might like, some of those things you might not like, but we keep on talking about them on the RIP 28 podcast, man. You know what, man? We hadn't taken a stroll down the 90s block in a couple of weeks, man.
Wow.
So we need to go ahead and take a stroll down the 90s block. Take a stroll down the 90s block, man. Check this out. This will be the toughest 90s block that we will ever do. I want to do which one? 1990s Denzel Washington versus 1990s Samuel L. Jackson. Which one? Which one do you take, man? I want to pull up. I'm gonna pull up some of these movies that Denzel was in the 90s. You got to go to this IMDb page.
Yeah, before you even get there, I gotta go Denzel already.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
He's more of a star than Samuel Jackson back then.
He was more of a star, but Samuel played in a whole lot of movies, though, man.
But yeah, if you had to go now, I say Samuel Jackson. But back then, Denzel was the man. Samuel played a lot. He played in every role. You know, Denzel only played the starring roles. But yeah, I saw an interview with Samuel L. Jackson. He said, you know, that's what we do. He said, my family growing up, they went to work every day. He said, I don't care if it's a commercial, I don't care if it's a side role. So it's a lot of respect for that too. But it's just a different route when you go to superstardom, like the Jordan and LeBron debate, 6 rings, 6 championships, and all that crap. So Samuel took the route of being LeBron. Maybe Denzel was Jordan.
Maybe I should have took Samuel
I'm gonna go Denzel. Yeah, I'm gonna go Denzel, man. I'm gonna go Denzel just because I'm a big Denzel fan.
I'm looking at these movies, and I think I might have made a mistake.
Yeah, I know you did.
But look at all these credits, though, dog. Look at these. It's hard trying to get back to the 90s. It's hard to get back to the 90s for Samuel L. Jackson, man. Here we go. Samuel in the 90s. He did Star Wars. He was on Star Wars. Negotiator was a good one. Jackie Brown. Y'all remember Eve's Bayou? A Time to Kill. Oh, man, A Time to Kill. The Great White Hype. One of the most underrated funny movies of all time. The Great White Hype. Die Hard with a Vengeance. I don't really remember him on Losing Isaiah. I don't really remember that one.
That's what I'm saying. He might have just played one little scene. He didn't play anything.
Pulp Fiction.
Mm-hmm.
Fresh. Y'all remember the movie Fresh? He was the dad on Fresh.
Yeah.
And the one scene he had on Menace to Society. Come on, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Denzel would never took none of them roles that he took, you know. Not saying it's good or bad, but as far as
you remember, he was on Rock too. He was the
sick dude in the hospital.
Yeah, the sick dude.
Yeah, the rich dude,
bro. In Jungle Fever, man, come on, Jungle Fever. Gator, the best crackhead ever in movies, dog. The best crackhead ever was Gator, dog. And in I guess the only movie he was in with Denzel that time was Mo Better Blues. Mo Better Blues. He was somebody in Mo Better Blues. Okay, Do the Right Thing was in '89. Okay, dog. That's a lot, man. Now let's go over to Denzel Washington, The Hurricane. Highly underrated movie. I thought he should have won the Oscar for The Hurricane. Instead of winning the Oscar for I thought Denzel should have won the Oscar for Hurricane. What He Got Game. Yeah, you can't beat He Got Game. Yeah. I didn't like The Preacher's Wife.
I like.
The Devil in a Blue Dress. I advise, if we ever start a RIP 28 book club, I advise everybody to read Devil in a Blue Dress by Walter Mosley, one of the great books. Read that whole Easy Riding series, great. Crimson Tide, yeah, it was good. Philadelphia, good. Malcolm X, come on, Malcolm X, you can't beat.
I mean, that's a classic.
Yeah, you can't. Ricochet. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mo Better Blue. Hey, wait a minute now. We might have underestimated Sam in the 90s, bro.
He did more movies because he took any part.
Yeah.
Denzel took on the starring parts. How many times he was like second or third person in a movie?
Yeah, I mean, that's true. That's
like I said, Samuel do commercials. He didn't care.
Man, I don't know, man.
Malcolm X just put it over the top, I guess.
But I think about it in the 2000s, Denzel really hit that stride. Because you got to look at all these movies in a row. Dude had Remember the Titans, Training Day, John Q, and Anton Fitz, all that in a row. And then, Out of Time. I don't really remember Out of Time, but Man on Fire. Oh, God, Man on Fire was a good movie. Bruh. I don't know,
That's,
man.
that's one of Denzel's best movies, man. On fire.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It ain't as big as a blowout as y'all think it is, dog.
I don't think it's a blowout. Like I said, it's LeBron and Jordan. They real close, according to your opinion. Like I think it's LeBron. Y'all think it's Jordan, probably.
That's why I said I take Denzel simply because that's my preference. I like Denzel more than Samuel Jackson in the 90s.
That's close, boy. That's close.
Yeah, it comes down to preference, kind of like Chan said with Jordan and LeBron. Preference, what you like.
I'm still tripping on it. The Great White Hype is one of the most underrated funny movies of all time, man. The Great White Hype.
Hey, we probably have a different perspective too if we was like grown-ups in the 90s and watched all the movies. But we was like teenagers back then. So, you know, it's a different outlook when you look at the movies than when you're grown up.
Yeah.
That's true too. That's boy, you make some good points, boy.
Learn from the educated.
You know what?
Educator, bro.
You know what though? Dog, I'm looking at Samuel Rose, bro. Bro, Samuel Jackson done put his mark. Dog, he might be better than Denzel, bro.
Hey, you said in the 90s though.
Yeah, I know. I said the 90s, but if we take him,
I think he is.
All time.
Samuel Jackson. Yeah.
Samuel Jackson, number one, bro. He don't play some memorable roles, bro.
Oh,
he don't play some memorable roles, man.
And you know what even make it more impressive is his look. You know what I mean? You know, some people got a certain kind of look where they can play a whole bunch of different roles and stuff. He ain't got one of them looks. You know, he got kind of. I mean, he done did a lot, but for him, the way he looked, you know what I'm saying? He's vast in his abilities.
Bruh, you know what we need to do? We need to start a Samuel Jackson appreciation moment on each podcast, man. We need to take a time out to do one movie, a Samuel L. Jackson appreciation moment for one movie, man. You go down these lists, man. Sam the man, bro.
Oh yeah,
Sam the man. Sam is the man. And then he did so much stuff with Spike Lee too. He had a little run with Spike Lee, School Days, you know, going up, Do the Right Thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Mo Better Blues. What else? Man, Jungle Fever. Yeah, man, he had a nice little run with Spike Lee, man. Hey, man, forget what y'all say, man. Y'all say Denzel in the 90s. I'm going to say Sam. I'm going to say my man Sam, bro.
You just got Samuel Jackson look now, so you trying to go with Sam.
I might have to, bro. I might have to. Cause Gator is the greatest crackhead ever. You know,
Gator.
You know what? That might be another question, man. Before we got a couple of minutes, man. Before we get, who is the best crackhead ever in the movies? You got Gator,
Chris Rock,
Gator, and Pookie. Pookie.
Go one of them two.
You got Felicia.
Felicia. Was Felicia a crackhead though?
Yeah.
Yes.
Her and Debo.
Was they crackheads? Yeah. They was smokers. They was weed smokers. I don't know if they were crackheads.
No, they was crackheads.
Ezel was the crackhead.
Here come that crackhead Felicia.
No, he said here come begging ass. He said here come begging ass Felicia.
I'm gonna tell you one that we gonna forget. Well, y'all gonna look over, but the one that played in Holiday Heart, Alfred Woodard.
I never saw Holiday Heart.
I ain't heard of that.
What's that about?
Yeah, big Vin Reams.
Vin Reams.
He played
He was a drag queen.
Drag queen, yeah.
Yeah, I ain't never saw that. I heard about that one, but I ain't never seen that one.
It's a drag queen.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, I don't know, but who else the great? I think Ezel was a better crackhead than Felicia. In that movie, who else the great crackheads in movie history?
That's all I know.
Oh man, come on.
Yeah, that's all.
But I say Chris Rock.
If you want to say You got Eddie Kane and all them boys.
Eddie Kane. I've been practicing every day. Ta-da!
Yeah.
Yo,
Night like this.
I wish. Hey, but they got a Five Heartbeats documentary that Townsend?
Yeah, Robert Townsend.
He produced it, and it tell you all the inside details on that. And it's crazy that Eddie Kane, he was like the most philosophical, like looked like he went to Harvard or some type of dude off the screen, and then on the screen, like that man was a real professional actor right there.
Wow.
But they said he had some real problems outside of work too.
Didn't Denzel want to play that role or try audition for that role or something like that?
They tried to get him, but he didn't take it.
Oh, okay.
Whitney Houston was supposed to be in it too.
Wow.
As one of the girlfriends. Eddie Kane girlfriend, I think.
Speaking of great crackheads.
Wow. She can sing.
She can sing.
Too soon.
It ain't never too soon. It ain't never. She done been dead a long time, man. She done been dead.
Too soon, man.
Oh well, man. That's it, man. That's it. But check this out, man. It has been another great episode of the Rip 28 podcast. Another great episode of the Rip 28 podcast. Man, y'all got any parting shots, anything you want to say before we get out of here? Mr. President.
Can't nobody sing like Eddie Kane Jr. Hey, everybody have a good week, man. Let's be productive. Let's get it.
What about you, LBZ? You got anything to say before we get out of here, LBZ?
Nah, I just want to say shout out to my boy Ian Myers from Brooklyn Casey High School. He broke a track meet record last Saturday. He ran a 10-3 in the 100, the 10-300.
Woo! That boy
he
moving.
He just got some scholarship offers, and he's a honor roll student. Great young man. Going places. I want to shout him out, man. And I just want to tell everybody, time does not heal all wounds. Time does not heal all wounds.
It doesn't. It doesn't. Here we go, man. This has been another great episode of the Rip 28 podcast, man. This is a podcast where a few friends get together and we talk about a few things. Now, some of those things you might like, some of those things you might not like, but we gonna keep on talking about them on the Rip 28 podcast. And like LeBron said, man, time may be a great doctor, but it's a lousy mechanic. Take your shit to the mechanic, man. Take your car to the mechanic. We'll see you next week on the Rip 28 podcast.